So s block elements, as you have seen the periodic table so many times, and periodic table consists of different blocks. These are given in the all the books, like this book also contains the periodic table. So this is the periodic table, and it has different number of elements. There are different elements starting from the right from this hydrogen, opposite to that here helium, here this is helium, and there are many other elements. So first of all, the periodic table is divided into different groups like S block, P block, D block, and F block. So this is the S block. See, these two are consist of S block. Here it has written that this is a S block. So there are some, these are horizontal lines, and these are vertical lines. Vertical lines means these are the erect lines. So this is the actual this is periodic table. Now these are the vertical lines from up to down or down to above, and from left to right or right to left. These are called periods. So there are groups and there are periods. So this is the first group, and first element of the first group is hydrogen. First element of second group is beryllium. So these are the groups, and these are the periods. In first period, first element is hydrogen, in second it's lithium, in third it's sodium, and fourth it's potassium, and so on. These are the F block elements given on the bottom of the periodic table. So this section includes the study of different groups like hydrogen, then S block, then P block, and noble gases. So first of all we will take S block. So I have to understand the S block elements or its properties. First of all we must know the something general things about the periodic table. As first of all it comes with the periodicity. So periodicity, what is periodicity? So what is periodicity? Recurrence of the similar properties of elements after certain regular intervals. Recurrence of similar properties of the elements after certain regular intervals when they are arranged in the order of increasing atomic number. When they are arranged in the order of their increasing atomic numbers. So recurrence of the similar properties. And what are these properties? These are different properties like electron affinity, ionization energy, atomic radii, and other properties like that. So it means that recurrence means they repeat themselves. So these properties, like I told you, ionization energy, electron affinity, and other properties, these repeat themselves after certain regular intervals when elements are arranged in their order of their increasing atomic number. So atomic number, you know well that atomic number of hydrogen is 1, helium is second, and so on. There are different elements, and all the different element possesses particular atomic number, that is number of electrons present in that elements. So when these elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic numbers, these properties that these like ionization energy, electron affinity, and atomic radii and ionic radii like properties, these repeat themselves after certain regular intervals. So when this is called periodicity. Though this is the periodicity. And for next are the different cause of periodicity. The properties of element is the repetition of similar electronic configuration of their elements atoms in the atomic energy shell. after certain regular intervals. So it means that why these properties are repeated after certain fixed intervals. We know that whenever we have to write the electronic configuration of the element, we will write in with certain fixed rules like Pauli's exclusion principle, Hund's rule of multiplicity, of Bow principle. So for hydrogen we will write 1s1, and similarly hydrogen, after hydrogen next is the lithium in same group. For lithium the electronic configuration is 1s2 2s1. Why? Because there are total atomic number of lithium is 3 and it possesses further 3 electrons, and these 3 electrons are distributed in this form, that is 1s2 2s1. Next is the sodium. For sodium we will write 1s2 2s2 2p6 and 3s1. So 3s1 is the, so here you, if you will see that in case of potassium it is 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p6 and 4s1. So there are different other elements like after that, that is after potassium it comes rubidium, then cesium, then francium. All these elements have some similar thing. What is that similar thing? This outermost electronic configuration is s1. In case of hydrogen it is 1s1, in case of lithium it is 2s1, in case of sodium it is 3s1, in case of potassium it is 4s1, in case of rubidium it is 5s1, in case of cesium it is 6s1, similarly in case of francium it is 7s1. So the electronic configuration got repeated after fixed intervals, and which causes the repeat of these properties. So we will study the periodic properties. What are different periodic properties? So first of all we will take atomic radii. So atomic radii is the, so this is the very important property because many physical and chemical property are related to the atomic radii. So generally the term atomic radius means the distance from the center of the nucleus to the outermost shell of the electron. So if we will take the basic Bohr model of atom, in Bohr model of atom, Bohr has in those postulates of Bohr model of atom, Bohr had said that all the atoms are consist of positively charged nucleus and electrons revolve around those nucleus. Later on, so these electrons revolve in the fixed circular path and those paths are called orbit. Later the term orbit was replaced with the term orbital. So the basic thing remains the same, that is electrons are present in the orbitals and they revolved around the positively charged nucleus. So electrons are present in different orbitals as you can see from this electronic configuration. So the atomic radii is the distance from the electron to the distance from the center of the nucleus, that is from this point to the outermost electron. So in case of lithium it is 1s2 2s1 electron, in case of sodium it is 3s1 electron, in case of potassium it is 4s1 electron. So you can see that number of electrons are increasing, so obviously the size of the atom will increase as electrons occupy the space, so they will increase the size of the atom. So thus we can define the atomic radius as the effective size, which means the distance of closest approach of one atom to another atom in a given bonding situation. In other words, atomic radius corresponds to the limit of approach of another atom in a particular substance. So first of all we will take the covalent radius. What is covalent radius? The covalent radius is the 1/2 of the distance between the center of nuclei of two similar atoms bonded together in a molecule. So it is the 1/2 of the distance. It is the 1/2 of the distance between the center of nuclei of two similar atoms bonded together in the molecule. So suppose that 1/2 the distance between the center of nuclei of two similar atoms bonded together in a molecule. So suppose there is a molecule of oxygen. So basically molecule of oxygen contains two oxygen atoms. So it is the atomic radius. We are talking about atomic radius, that is radius of atom. So if we want to measure the radius of this oxygen atom in case of oxygen molecule, we will take 1/2 of this distance. That is, if this distance is 10 picometer or 10 some other unit, 10 Armstrong or 10 nanometer, then the atomic radius of oxygen in this case it will be the half of this 10, that is 10 by 2. So this is a hypothetically, I am just giving you an example. This is not the exact distance or known distance. So this is the atomic radii, that is covalent radius. Next is the multiple bond radii. So multiple, in case of multiple bonded atom, the corresponding radii are called multiple bond radii. For example, carbon has double bond radius in ethylene. For example, in case of ethylene, that is CH2 double bond CH2, here carbon carbon double bond is present. So this is the multiple bond radii. And in case of ethylene, it is the carbon carbon triple bond that is present between two carbons. So we have to measure it. Similarly, nitrogen has single, double and triple bond radius. As the number of bonds increases, the attraction between the atoms also increases, and therefore the atom approaches the close and atomic radius decreases. So this is the multiple bonded radii. Next is the metallic or crystal radius. So metallic or crystal radius means this gives the size of the atom in case of metallic elements. In case of metals, a large number of atoms are closely packed and are held together by means of metallic bonds. The close packing of the metal atom is known as crystal lattice or metallic lattice, and this packing is different in different metals. The metallic radius may be defined as the 1/2 of the distance between the nuclei of two adjacent atoms of the metal in a metallic lattice. So let me repeat again, the metallic radius what is metallic radius? Metallic radius is the 1/2 of the distance between the nuclei of two adjacent atoms of a metal in a metallic lattice. So it is also 1/2 of the distance, as case of the we were talking about these atomic radii in case of covalent radii. So in case of metallic radii, it is also 1/2 of the distance between the two nuclei of the two adjacent atoms, but it is a case of a metal in a metallic lattice. Whereas in case of covalent radii, we were talking about the two same atoms of a molecule. Next is the van der Waals radius. So van der Waals radius is defined as 1/2 of the internuclear distance between the adjacent atoms belonging to two nearest neighboring molecules of the same molecule in the solid state. So let me repeat again, it is the van der Waals radii is the 1/2 of the distance, internuclear distance. All the radii are measured between the two nuclei. So we will always say that any kind of nuclei, it is the 1/2 of the internuclear distance. So in case of van der Waals radii, it is a 1/2 of the internuclear distance between the adjacent atoms belonging to two nearest neighboring molecules of the same substance in the solid state. So this is the van der Waals nuclei. So it has been observed that there are some weak forces of attraction between the neutral atoms of noble gas atom and lone polar molecule of various substances. These are known as van der Waals forces, and due to these forces, the noble gas atom and non-polar molecule are held together, particularly in the solid state. Thus, the van der Waals radius corresponds to the closest approach of two atoms of noble gas or non-polar molecule of other substances which otherwise do not form bonds. So this is the van der Waals radii do not form bonds, and further van der Waals radii is always larger than the covalent radii. So what are the periodic trends in the size? This is the main thing to study. Periodic trends in size of atoms or molecules. So we will study the periodic trend. So there are two we can study the trends in two forms, either in the groups, that is toward downward of the periodic table, or in case of periods, that is toward the horizontal line. So variation of atomic radii in a group. So first of all we will study the variation of atomic radii in a group. So this is the different, for example this is the first group. Here lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, francium are present. So in general the atomic radii decreases as we are studying the atomic radii in a group. So atomic radii of an element increases from top to bottom in a group. So whenever we will move toward the bottom of a group, the atomic radii will increase, that is size of the atom will increase. Why? This is very simple, because there are the number of electrons are increasing downward the group as per as atomic number is also increasing. So atomic number directly tells us about the number of electrons. So number of electrons are increasing downward the group, which will result in the more occupation of the space by the electrons, and that will obviously increase the size of the atom downward the group. So in moving down a group, the nuclear charge is increasing with increase in atomic number, and we expect that size of atom should decrease. However, while going from one atom to another, there is increase in the principal quantum level. Although the number of electrons in the outermost shell remains the same, the effect of increase in the size of electron cloud is more pronounced. So this is the increase in the size of electron cloud than the effect of increased nuclear charge. Consequently, the distance of the outermost electron from the nucleus gradually increases down a group. In other words, the size of the atoms goes on increases as we move down the group. So they are saying that although nuclear charge is increasing downward the group, but there is also increase in the principal quantum level, and number of electrons are also increasing. So this factor, that is number of increase in the electron, contributes more toward the increase in the size. Whereas variation of atomic radii in a period, in general atomic radii decrease as we move from the right in the from left to the right. So now we will study the trend in the period. So in general atomic radii decrease as we move from the left to right in a period in the periodic table. So let us see that lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So in case of this period, this is a period, and in this case we may expect, on basis of increasing nuclear charge along a period, increase in the nuclear charge along the period, this result in the decrease in the size. Whereas with the increase in the atomic number from lithium to fluorine, the magnitude of the nuclear charge increases, while the corresponding addition of electron takes place in the same principal shell. So principal shell remains same. That means one electronic configuration of lithium is 1s2 2s1, beryllium is 1s2 2s2, and further it's 1s2 2s2, 2p1 2p2 2p3. So number of the principal shell remains same, that is 2. 1s2 2s1, in next case 1s2 2s2, in next case 1s2 2s2 2p1. For boron, for carbon 1s2 2s2 2p2. So that is in a period principal quantum number remains the same. So electrons are added to same cell, and the same shell result in the increase in the nuclear charge. So increase in the nuclear charge will obviously pull electron toward the itself, and which will result in the squeezing of the electron cloud. So the size of the atom will decrease along a period. So these are the two factors which explains the atomic radii along the period and downward the group. So these are the atomic radii. So next part we will take next time.